channel, Nuttyfoodiefitness here. Welcome back to the Road to Sub 3 series. This week is week 2 of my build to London Marathon, and it's also my final week. I know that that might sound like I'm saying I've only had 2 weeks to build, which is not true, but what I mean is I did Barcelona Marathon. I then went straight to Texas and had 2 weeks there in Texas. Somewhat of a deload, which was a lot of fun, but also a lot of jet lag happened there. So when I came back, I was very much discombobulated and needed a good week to kind of get myself back into the flow. So this is now week 2 and my final week basically before I go into a taper, which is crazy. I need to make this last week count. So yeah, what are we doing today? I'm basically just gonna take you through my day. I'm currently sipping on G1M because I have a longish run to do today. I've got 2 runs actually. Basically has carbs as well as electrolytes. So I like to take this on my longer runs or on my sessions which have a lot of intensity. I have already had breakfast, but I just felt like I needed a little something. So I've got a 14k relatively easy run, zone 2. And then I have another easy run, I think it's 6k. So total of 20k. The sun is shining, so I really wanna get this run done sooner rather than later. And also I'm expecting a very exciting delivery. It will probably come whilst I'm running. The sweat is real. I feel spoiled by the weather that we're having at the moment. That was really nice. I definitely used today's run to do a bit of visualization, and it's actually something that I definitely want to talk about more in this video, but I want to have a shower and then I want to actually sit down and properly talk to you guys about how I'm really feeling about the London Marathon. Hold up, the shower can wait because I actually did get a delivery whilst I was running. Firstly, this is how the run went. That's the door again, hold up. I swear, the delivery people must be so sick of me, but they're also so nice. Like now Grant's calling me. Yeah, it was good. I'm just filming. I'll call you back in a moment. I'm so excited about this. The day I was deciding on what race trainers to get, I did do an Instagram poll. The majority of you went for the white blue. I went against you guys. I don't tend to do this, but I felt like the white and blue were too safe. Bright means fast in my opinion, so I had to go ahead and get the red. So I don't know how these are gonna look. They're definitely not my favorite colorway in the Alpha Flies, but they might be nicer in person. Okay. Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do something so outrageous. I'm going to write the time that I'm going to go for in London in this box before I do it. If the trainers are as bright as this bag, I have nailed it. Because wow, wow. No, these are actually sick. They're so much better in person as opposed to online. They're way cooler. No, I actually love them. What do we think? London Marathon race trainers. My camera doesn't even know how to deal with the brightness of these. Do we love or do we not? I personally love them. I bought a top which is kind of this colour, but now I'm seeing that there's actually a lot of pale than bright. I mean, I could also change the lace. I have these from another pair of trainers. Also, if you're wondering why I did get Alpha Flies, even though I literally just bought a pair of Adios Pro 4s, go watch that Barcelona race day video and you will know why. I have PTSD and I don't ever see myself putting on those trainers ever again. Back to the trusty Alpha Flies. I've done 4 half Ironmans, 2 full Ironmans in Alpha Flies, both London Marathons in Alpha Flies. Been one race, which was Barcelona Marathon, that I decided to go against what I know and wear Adios Pro 4s. Like, why did I think that was a good idea? I have showered And I'm in one of those moods where I kind of want to eat everything. Right, this is going to be so random. I've got some leftover chickpea curry and rice. So I'm going to have that. Should I put that in a pitta? Because these don't have long left to live, I'm going to have 2. That just happened. Smells so good. Some cucumber and peppers to have with this hummus. If you've not tried this hummus, I'm telling you right now, this is the best hummus to ever exist. I'm telling you right now, it's so good. Hence the need to get a pot this big. I'm also going to add a bit of spinach to the curry. Don't you think that spinach just goes off so quickly? Maybe I should have put a paper towel in here. There's so many manky leaves in here. Job done. No, but it reduces so quickly. Oh my god, I've just realised the problem. I am the problem. Because I cut through here, right, thinking it's already like pre... or not. Oh, I don't know. Like, how am I going to fill that one? That does look good though. I have nailed the lunch brief. They are nicely filled. I just can't promise that it's not gonna just fall completely out as soon as I take the first bite. There is only one way to test out this theory. Chickpea down. That's really quite good, that. I sometimes feel like the best lunches are the ones where you can't be bothered to cook anything. Some mango chutney would work. Yes. Okay. I'm about to elevate this dish. Okay, now that is the money shot. I knew it would work. If you're an OG, you already know what I'm doing. Dessert just has to follow. I have become so hooked on this granola and I've just run out. I've purposely kept the package because I want to see if I can buy it here. The one I was having in Texas. Purely Elizabeth. If you've never actually tried this granola, it's sweet as well as salty. So good. But like, on the note of granola, I've recently been sent so many different types of granola. I just don't know how they're gonna compare. Wild berry granola, protein peanut butter. I tried this one yesterday and I had to add so much honey and like Biscoff to make it. I am going to prepare a yogurt, strawberry, granola, peanut buttery, Biscoff dessert. If I actually save myself some Biscoff. I'm not even ashamed to say, I bought this and I have not actually used this Biscoff spread as a spread. I've just spooned it. I just don't have the ability to use spreads as spreads. Spreading this on toast dilutes the Biscoff, whereas if you just have it straight up, it's just the best. Let me transition to making a yogurt bowl. Before we get into deep chats, by the way, can we have a moment for my recovery boots? 25 minutes. I want quite a bit of pressure. That's going to be way too high. This is the ultimate hack. Because you know, and I know, stretching, I just can't really get into the habit of doing it. Which is where these boots come into play for me. I don't need to leave the sofa. I can literally just be sitting here. And I know that these boots are doing a good thing for me, for my legs, for my training, for my recovery. It's ideal. Do you know what's even more ideal? The fact that I've been using these for the past 2 months and Current Body are today's sponsor of this video. I have genuinely been using these boots throughout my marathon training. There's 5 different chambers which inflate and deflate. And as it does this, it promotes the blood circulation. And then here you can see what part it's working right now. There's 5 modes, different pressures. Long story short, help your legs recover faster, which in turn means better performance. And you don't need to leave, which is why this is something that I can definitely get on board with. Grant absolutely swears by them also. My discount code is Nutty, which will get you 10% off. Thanks again to Current Body for sponsoring this part of the video. And we're done. This is the bag they come in. It's kind of cute. Anyway, enough of that. And more on how I'm actually feeling about running the London Marathon. By the way, I am in my running attire for my next run. I just wanted to have a little chat really about how things are going, as we are basically 2 weeks out now from the London Marathon, which is very exciting, but also, no, I'm not even gonna say scary. I'm actually not even gonna say scary. And if, by the way, you are going to be running the London Marathon, please let me know in the comments. I was feeling a little bit worried when I was in Texas because I knew that I only have 2 weeks to build on my fitness and my training when I get back from Austin. And I was feeling a little bit stressed about that. I was questioning whether 2 weeks was going to be enough time to even make any improvements from my previous marathon in Barcelona. But then I kind of started realizing that it's not like I run Barcelona, I deload, and then like I'm starting again. Like, I'm not starting again. Need to remember that Barcelona Marathon is a very long training run that I've banked will benefit from that experience, both physically as well as mentally. And I think for me, I've gained a lot from it mentally. As I said in my Barcelona race vlog, the morning of the race, I couldn't really see myself running any faster than 3:03. And that for me kind of was a bit of a shame, because I'm such a big believer in your body achieving goals that your mind can envision. And because I couldn't envision anything past 3:03, I felt that I couldn't do any better than that. And of course I was very happy with that result, but I feel that I'm now in a place where I can see past that. And pretty much for the first time in training, I can see me running a sub 3 hour marathon. I can envision that. And I'm not even scared to say this, because I know that I'm gonna do everything in my power to try and make this goal a reality at London. I'm not afraid to voice these time goals out loud. I'm not afraid to go for it and miss it. I just know that I'm gonna show up to London and I'm gonna give it everything that I possibly can. And this is like such a good place for me to be in, because if you have been following this sub 3 hour series, you'll know that I spoke a lot about having a lack of confidence, really doubting myself, feeling really overwhelmed by the goals that I had shared. I think I've like finally pushed through that, and the training has been going really well. And every bit of training has just given me a little bit more confidence in myself and in my abilities. And I'm starting to not say like, I'm not a fast runner. I need to stop that right now, because I am a good runner. I am. And every time I've shown up to a session where I've thought, I really don't know if I can do this. This is so hard. How the heck am I going to do this? I know that I've come out of the other side of it and thought, that was bloody hard, but I actually did do that. So I now have that evidence to back up that the London Marathon could be it. And it's a great place to be. It is, because I tried so hard to, you know, envision this time goal at Barcelona, and I just couldn't do it. Like, I was trying to convince myself that I had it, but I knew deep down I didn't have it. And it's like so powerful when you finally do have that shift in your mindset of, oh, actually, maybe I can. So yeah, to sum up, I'm feeling very excited, and I think the excitement is only gonna keep on building from now until race day. What's funny though, I was talking to a friend about this the other day. When I signed up for my first Ironman, I signed up for that without knowing how to swim, without knowing how to ride a bike, and there was like no doubt in my mind the day that I signed up for the Ironman that I was going to complete it. Like, it never crossed my mind not finishing the race. And I don't know if that was delusional optimism, naivety, stupidity, nuttiness, maybe a mixture of all of those things. But it's funny that back then there was no real doubt. It's almost the more experience I've gained, the better I've gotten, the more races I've completed, the naivety that I once had, which is now turned into experience, has almost made me more scared and more apprehensive, because maybe I'm now not so naive and I know what it takes to become better. I don't know if I'm making sense, but there's just something about naive, inexperienced Steph that just didn't have any of that doubt. Anyway, I mean, it makes no odds now, it makes no difference now, because what I'm saying is I do have that self-belief back, and I do back myself, and I am going to show up to London ready. That's what I'm saying. I guess I better get this next run done. It's just an easy 6. Let me know how you guys are feeling for your next race, or whatever it is that you have training, whether it is the London Marathon or whether you are getting ready to run another race. Let me know how you're feeling. I also just realised that I said I've been doing a lot of manifesting and visualising, and I think that's really helping to solidify these feelings of, you know, maybe the London Marathon is the race where I can complete a marathon in under 3 hours. When I'm like pushing through hard training sessions, I'm thinking in my head, like, this is really hard, but I'm banking the feeling of pushing through discomfort, and I'm trying to compartmentalize that in my head for when it comes to race day, and, you know, we're at the latter stages of the race and it's hard and it's uncomfortable. I'm gonna hopefully think back to the discomfort in the training sessions and know that I can do that. And I think it's very important to also train our minds. I just feel like it makes goals more attainable when you can see yourself actually achieving that thing. It's not just like,
oh, maybe like one day I'll hit this goal someday over the rainbow.
Like, you can actually picture yourself rocking up to the marathon and hitting pace kilometre after kilometre. Anyway, it's time to go get this run done. Easy run done. My Garmin status showing productive for the past, I think, 2.5 weeks is probably the best confidence booster. I ran in the new Hoka Max 6s. I approve of them. I definitely find that Hokas never irritate my toes, because I sometimes get that with Nikes because they're a bit more squished here, but I do find that they kind of hurt my little toe here a little bit. That's a me problem. I don't think that's a Hoka problem. Massive shout out to Hella. Hella for Hoka influencer president, because honestly in Austin he was fully selling me all the trainers. So yeah, overall I found these very comfortable. I felt a little bit sluggisher than when I run in my Boston 12s, but these are supposed to be more of like an everyday trainer, so they can do tempo, but I think that that's also because my legs are a little bit tired, so I can't like give my full review on these just yet. I will keep you posted, but overall, first impressions, no blisters, so that's great for my feet. I will say you do have to size up, because in Nikes, I'm a 6. In Adidas, I'm a 6.5. And in Hoka's, I am a 7. A UK 7. So definitely would say you have to size up. Just an FYI, Hoka Mac 6s. I am also a little bit peckish. So, oh, I know what I could do. I'm gonna make a banana, if I do have bananas in here. Yes, I've got some frozen bananas here that are attached to grapes. Oh, there's more. I'm gonna actually add more banana because I love a banana smoothie. So I'm gonna do, I think that's probably 1.5. Smooth oats, easier to blend. Whole scoop of protein. This milk that I don't like so much. I'll add a few strawberries. Oh, peanut butter, obviously. This is like the hardest thing. There we go. It's more like an acai texture. That is amazing. That is so good. Grant should be home soon. I kind of miss him. Grant has done it again. He has, let me just clean this camera. Yeah. I definitely feel that you have done this dinner courtesy of my Texas trip, haven't you?
Yeah, I am channeling your inner Texas, my inner Texas.
So we have barbecue ribs. We have creamy coleslaw.
Yep.
These croquettes, what are they?
They're like butternut squash croquettes, and then that is a cauliflower cheese.
Que aproveche! Woo!
Vamos.
Let's go! Dinner was a resounding success. Dessert has to also be exceedingly good. I've got some Mr. Kipling Bakewell slices. They're better than I remember.
Yeah, pretty fantastic.
I used to always get them as like Bakewell tarts, whereas these are slices. A cream egg a day.
A cream egg a day
Yeah.
keeps the chocolate cravings at bay.
Guys, if you can come up with something better than Grant, write in the comments below. A cream egg a day keeps...
Go on then.
Well, it's for them to write.
Oh yeah, but I've come up with that and you're asking them. Where's yours? Come on, you're putting it all on us, aren't you, as the audience?
Happy Sunday, guys. I'm currently filming this in real time, so the day that this is going up. I just wanted to jump on. Firstly, say thank you so much for clicking on this video and watching up until this point. I appreciate it. If you are watching, just leave me a heart emoji. Leave me a little heart emoji to let me know that you're here. I'm so pleased. I've just come back from my final long run ahead of the London Marathon. So it is literally 2 weeks today. I'll be running London. I just ran 28k and it's the best I have run ever. I'm really, really pleased with how that went. I held paces that were above marathon pace, and I hope that this shows, guys, that progress is definitely not linear. Like, you have seen how rocky this series has been. Like, there's been times where I've just really just wanted to pack in this whole sub 3 hour series, and you know, I've just thought this maybe just isn't for me. Like, maybe triathlon's more me, maybe running a faster marathon is just not meant for me. But the more I train and the more sessions I do, I start to realise maybe this is for me, and I've just been lacking that confidence in myself and that belief that I can actually do this. And it's just taken me a little bit longer because the stories that I've always told myself is more of an endurance runner and speed doesn't come naturally to me. So just a reminder, take it from me that if you are someone that also tells yourself a certain story about yourself, or gives yourself a certain excuse or a reason that you can't do a certain thing, question that, because sometimes it's literally ourselves, it's us that hold ourselves back. And once you kind of make that switch in your mind that actually you can do these things, like it's very powerful, and I think you can go so much further when you switch that mentality. Of course, it's not something that you can just, you know, switch overnight. And I think you can see that throughout this series, it's like something I've been working on this whole time. And yeah, I'm just very proud of the progress that I've made and the point that I've got to right now. So I really appreciate you guys watching, supporting, and just like being here with me as I've trained for this. It's been really fun to document. Massive thank you to all of you. I hope you have enjoyed watching this video, and if you are running a marathon very soon, because I know there's Boston coming up, there's London coming up, there's a few coming up. Ooh, I think sitting down was probably not the best thing to do after running 28k. Yeah, subscribe, like, do all that stuff, and I'll see you in another video very soon. Do we do a taper video? Or is it the big day? I think we want a taper. So salty. That's all from me. Oh my God, I'm literally down to... Peak sleep is the best thing ever for sleep performance. If you made it this far in the video, comment sleep, because